Hello everyone. Today, we're diving into a topic that's both incredibly familiar and deeply mysterious, the subject of love. Do you agree with me on this? Love is the closest thing and the most distant thing, both imaginary and real. We worship love, and we also fall because of it. We cherish love, and we also doubt it. We try to master love, and we are also defeated by it. From ancient times to the present, countless questions about love have never stopped. If you are still having trouble and feeling hurt when in love, if you are still asking how, on the path to bonding with another person, you can have a lasting love for someone without losing yourself, and what true love really is after all, then you can find the answer in the classic book by the famous German-American humanist, sociologist, and philosopher Erich Fromm, one of the representatives of the new school of psychoanalysis, the socio-cultural school. This book is called The Art of Loving. It's a combination of philosophy and psychology, considered one of the most famous theoretical treatises on love. It has been translated into 32 languages. Although first published in 1957, it still has a profound influence to this day, helping millions of people understand the nature of love. Many people think that to truly love, one must invest physically and mentally. However, the author Fromm believes that love is not just a feeling. It also requires the effort to develop and express one's whole personality. If one wants to have true love, one must make an effort to develop their entire character and constantly change themselves towards self-enlightenment. To him, love is an art. Love is a kind of ability. And today, I will take you to explore and grasp this art form, and find out what the true nature of love is. Hopefully, this book will help you escape the pain of love, provide you with the basic thinking to understand yourself, resolve misunderstandings, become strong, master love, and have a truly happy life. So, now, please listen carefully. Why do you fail in love? Love happens everywhere, all the time. Some people are in love, some are about to fall in love, and the rest spend time talking about love, waiting for love, or avoiding love. I don't know since when, but the words "I love you" have become words that can be easily uttered, very popular and simple. We have enough courage to start loving, but not enough perseverance to last forever. In the book, there's a saying like this: in modern society, we almost cannot find any activity or business like love, beginning with great expectations and hopes, but failing consistently. What does that mean? It means that any activity that brings profits can be more successful than love. This also begins to explain why love happens so easily nowadays, but it also fails so often. First of all, because in modern society today, the entire culture is built on the concept of consumption and mutually beneficial exchange. The emotional relationships between people are also following the same basic principles as the market for goods and labor. Second, we are wrong in the very first step of starting to love. There's an example like this. Many people are asked, "Why are you not in love yet?" And most will answer, "Because I haven't met the right person yet. When I do, I will love automatically." But the author Fromm thinks this thinking is funny. Because you can't say that the reason you don't know how to draw is because you haven't seen the things you want to draw. People always think they have to meet the right person in order to truly love. It's not that I'm incapable of love, but because the sea of people is so vast that the right person hasn't appeared yet. Or, the unhappy relationship or marriage is because I met the wrong person, so I broke up. Behind this thinking is the notion that the problem of love always lies in the object, in the person that you will love, and not in your ability to love. But this is a misconception. Because you don't know how to draw, it's because you haven't learned to draw. You don't know how to love. You haven't had true love because you haven't learned how to love. The problem is never with the object, but with your own ability. The third reason is that because modern love focuses on the object and is built on material values, people often see love as finding the answer to the question, how to be loved. Therefore, most people try their best to win the love of others instead of trying to love that person. We try to please others, and see love as a mutually beneficial investment. Whenever we talk about love, we automatically associate it with many standards in order to increase our lovability index, such as how to have a better image, own more assets, have a higher position, and have more influence, and so on. Many people crave love but at the same time value other things like achievement, status, fame, and power more than love. Thus, Most of their lives are spent trying to achieve those goals, and very few people spend time learning how to love. These are all typical misunderstandings that cause a person to fail in love. This is why Fromm believes that love is an art. Only when you understand that love is an art can you truly love. So, why is it an art? Because the process of learning any art is divided into two aspects. One is mastering the theory of that art, and the other is getting acquainted with the practice of the art. And love is the same. It has a system with 3 steps. The first is to master the theory of that art. That is, we need to understand the theory of love, including what love is, how love is created, what a mature love is like, and how to recognize true love. The second step is to practice the art, that is, to apply the theory to real life. And the third step is to make the art subtle. When you change your mindset that love is art, then, with a pure passion for art, and without any external purpose, you develop your capacity in love by mastering the theory, applying it, and making it refined. Then, the path of love will no longer be full of thorns and injuries. Immature love is I need you, so I love you. If you also have one of the above misunderstandings, then you may be identifying yourself as a passive person. Fromm says that immature love is I need you, so I love you. This is a typical passivity. True love is a very positive act. But how do you define a positive act? Do you think that a person working themselves to exhaustion all day and all night because they want to earn more money is a positive act? The answer is no. The positivity that this person is showing is actually a type of negativity. A person who works for money is, essentially, a suffering person. A person who wants to love because they need someone by their side is also, essentially, suffering. Fromm emphasizes that mature love is I love you, so I need you. When you are the one who takes the initiative to love, taking the initiative to give more than to receive. To love is to give, a principle that you have probably heard many times, but not everyone can understand it correctly and implement it. So what is truly giving? Many people mistakenly think that giving means sacrificing or giving up something of yourself to satisfy someone else. For example, parents will say they have given up their work or entertainment to accompany their children, and in return, require their children to achieve the goals they have set. This is not giving but is considered using the name of love to control other people. In fact, giving is realizing you are strong, abundant, and capable. Giving helps you enhance your vitality and makes yourself feel happier. Many people complain that they have given so much, yet the other person still doesn't truly love them. This is not true giving, because in the act of giving, what a person experiences and enjoys is happiness and joy, not resentment. Giving is far more joyful than receiving, because giving is not losing or giving up, but rather receiving more, because the value of our existence lies in the act of giving. Some people also understand giving simply as giving material things. They believe they must become rich, earn more money to have a better quality of life, and give their children better educational opportunities, that this is love. However, they don't really understand the meaning of being rich. A truly rich person is not someone who has many possessions, but someone who can give generously. A person who worries about gains and losses or calculates everything, no matter how much they have, is still poor. Whoever can truly understand the word giving is truly rich. The most important giving is not giving money, but giving in the experience of a human life. What can a person give to others? You might think it's giving what is most precious, giving yourself, and giving your entire life. This thinking takes you back to the misconception that giving is sacrificing your whole life for that person. True giving is offering what is most full of life to others. That is true giving. For example, joy, caring, tolerance, understanding, knowledge, humor, and so on. This is a process in which, when in love, you allow yourself to enrich the lives of those around you. It's through giving that I can experience my own strength, abundance, and vitality. Experiencing the sublimation of life makes me overflow with joy. Therefore, only when you can improve your own vitality can you enhance the vitality of the person you love. Only when you yourself are abundant can you truly give. So, please ask yourself, are you overflowing with life energy right now? Are you truly rich? People who are willing to give are mostly those who are full and rich inside. This does not mean that a person who is lacking in reality cannot give. We can enrich ourselves from the very act of starting to give. In this process, you continue to discover power and use a creative vitality to give and help others, until you stand before the world with the confidence of "This is me, this is my strength. It turns out that I am not lacking. I give without expecting anything in return, yet it definitely brings me great things." This is perhaps the most interesting thing in the process of giving. The giver will truly receive because the happiness we bring to others will in turn affect you, making you feel happier when giving. We find ourselves. So, the process of giving means using love as the foundation to create love. If you don't know how to love, you can't create love. If you want to enjoy art, you must first be a practitioner of art. If you want to love, you must first be love. If you want to influence others and maintain a truly lasting love, you need to be able to encourage and motivate the person you love to progress. Conversely, if while in love, you cannot make the other person love you, that is, you don't motivate them to progress, and you are actually regressing, depleting yourself, and thinking negatively in that relationship, then it's very likely that your love is lifeless. In love, if a person is afraid to give themselves, they will also be afraid to love. Love is something that develops within our souls. It is the highest expression of power. True love is about awakening the vitality of the other person. It's about volunteering to give, having a positive influence, and not desiring to demand or receive something from the other person. How to recognize true love? We have taken the first step to grasp the theory of the art of loving. So next, let's see what true love looks like. The reason why people do not have true love, and some people never experience real love in their entire lives, is because they cannot distinguish between love and a symbiotic relationship. What is a symbiotic relationship? The most typical example is the relationship between a mother and a fetus in the womb. We are part of the mother's body and feel safe with her, and also because of the fetus's existence, the woman's responsibility to protect her child has led her to the sublimation of motherhood. This is a physical symbiotic relationship. However, a psychological symbiotic relationship will always have both positive and negative aspects. The negative aspect implies that the fetus has to rely on the mother's body to protect itself, and to escape the feeling of loneliness, otherwise, it will not be able to survive. It's the same with children whose lives are planned out by their parents from childhood until adulthood. Every decision is made by their parents. They never have an independent opinion, never dare to take a risk, but only obey orders. Although they don't seem lonely on the outside and have parents by their side, in reality, they are not complete people because they cannot be independent. In a symbiotic relationship, controlling people are used to making their children a part of themselves in order to escape loneliness. They cannot lose their children. If they lose them, it would be like losing all the power of life. This kind of symbiotic relationship can be found everywhere in everyday life, but it's always disguised as love right in front of us. All control and dependence in the name of love is not true love, because both sides have lost their own independence. Additionally, a person who doesn't know how to love truly is, in most cases, someone who hasn't developed their personality fully. According to psychoanalytic theory, when you were a child, you experienced the unconditional love of your mother. A mother's love is a blessing and peace. But a mother's unconditional love also has its downsides. This is the type of love that you can get without making an effort. However, if you don't have enough of this love, you become empty. If a mother's love is unconditional, then a father's love is conditional. The father is more likely to love the child who is like him and makes him feel the most satisfied. The father's principle of love is, I love you because you meet my requirements, because you fulfill your responsibilities, and because you are like me. With this type of love, you can only get it through hard work. If you disappoint your father, you will lose his love. A father's love also has its positive side. It makes a person more controlling and motivated. When a child is born, they need unconditional love and care from the mother, both physically and mentally. The mother's role is to give the child a sense of security in life, while the father's role is to guide the child to face the difficulties they will encounter. Therefore, mothers should have faith in life and not pass on feelings of fear and insecurity to their children, by teaching them how to be independent and, eventually, to leave them. And fathers need to be tolerant, patient, and non-violent. The father's love must make the children more and more confident, and eventually help them to master themselves and escape parental control. From the influence of the primary family, a grown person should have developed the personalities of both parents in order to know how to love. If a person only develops the personality of the father, then, when grown, they will become very strict, demanding, and critical in love. If a person only develops the personality of the mother, they will easily lose the ability to be assertive, and always try to please others, hindering the development of both themselves and their partners. So, what does true mature love look like? Fromm believes that true love usually contains the following basic elements: caring, responsibility, respect, and understanding. It's easy to understand that love first needs caring. If a person says that they love flowers but often forgets to water them, would we believe that they truly love flowers? Love is continuous active care for the life and development of the person you love. If there's an absence of this active care, it means there is no love between you. From the act of caring, we also see another aspect of love, which is responsibility. The responsibility here is that when facing our partner, we must not ignore their spiritual needs. Sometimes, spiritual needs are even greater than physical needs. True love is entering the inner world and soothing the soul of the other person. Next is respect. Respect is simply accepting the other person for who they are, instead of blindly requiring, demanding, and expecting them to become what we want them to be. As the French saying goes, love is a child of freedom. Remember, true love is always based on freedom. It is never a product of domination. There is a great quote that I've forgotten from which movie it's from: if you love someone, set them free. If they come back, they will always belong to you. If they don't come back, it means they never belonged to you. The last element of true love is understanding. This is a foundation for developing the other elements. Without understanding, you can't respect your partner. Without understanding leading the way, love will be blind and irresponsible. Without understanding, care is just a vow on the lips. True love is caring, responsibility, respect, and understanding. Although there are only 8 simple words, applying them in real life is not easy. But I believe that as long as you constantly practice the art of love, enhance your vitality, and enrich yourself, you will be able to find harmony among these 4 points. From there, your life will become happier and happier. Don't just listen to theories. Love always needs practice. First of all, if we are just doing something simple that we feel like doing based on passing moods, then that is just fun entertainment. Love is an art, not entertainment. Victor Hugo once said, "If there was no love in the world, the sun would also set." No one can deny the importance of love. However, love may be more important than we think. The author believes that love is the answer to the problem of human existence. Humans are rational animals. When they realize the absurdity of life, before life and death, and their helplessness before nature and society, this leads to a deep loneliness. This type of loneliness is a state of existence that humans must face. Like death, loneliness is always there in everyone's life. So, how do you free yourself from loneliness? This is a matter of survival for humanity. In Plato's Symposium, it was written like this: humans originally had 2 bodies, with 2 heads, 4 arms, and 4 legs. Due to human arrogance, Zeus, king of the gods, divided humans in half. Humans become lonely half-people, spending their whole lives searching for their other halves. Plato believed that this is the origin of love. The half-person state, incomplete, is a metaphor for each of us being incomplete, and also shows the loneliness in the human soul. So, how do you get rid of that loneliness? Love is the perfect answer. Love is an emotion that helps people maintain their own independence and wholeness, while connecting them with the world. With love, humans think positively, promote creativity, and are able to perceive problems and understand the world in a comprehensive and objective way. Therefore, we need to have love, to love ourselves, love others, and love everything. Love is so important, we crave it, yet we have never truly valued it. Like rabbits in the middle of the road with thousands of alluring desires, we forget the original purpose of existence. We forget the ultimate power of the universe, which is to love and give. Let us treat love as an art to practice and cultivate ourselves on your life's journey. The author says that to master the general requirements of any art you need to achieve the following 4 things. Discipline, always actively adjust yourself, focus wholeheartedly, have patience until the end, and have maximum attention towards love. Author from believes that, besides these 4 things, one of the most important conditions is to overcome your ego. What is ego? Simply put, it means that as soon as anyone touches you, you immediately bristle like a hedgehog. Ego is essentially self-centeredness and selfishness. People with an ego only focus on themselves, cannot see the world objectively, and cannot treat others equally. Ego does great harm to love, because we are only concerned about ourselves. Therefore, other people are merely objects that we use to satisfy ourselves. That's why we will not truly care or respect each other. So, how do you overcome this ego? The author says this requires us to develop reason and objectivity, while seeing love as a type of faith. This is not religious faith, but a faith based on your own life. It is a faith in yourself, a faith in the core of your personality, a faith that your love can inspire love in others, and that others have similar potential. Have faith in the power of love and believe that your mission is to love and give. It goes beyond romantic love. Only when I love someone who is not related to my personal benefit does my love begin to grow. There's a common mistake that occurs in life, the illusion that true love must mean no conflict. We believe that all ongoing disputes and arguments are destructive and do not benefit anyone. But in reality, most conflicts are aimed at avoiding a real conflict. So don't be afraid of conflict. When fate has given you someone, it is all the right fit at the present moment. If pain occurs between 2 people, it means that it is reminding you that it's time for you to love yourself. Hopefully, this book will give you a completely new starting point to begin a true love. Finally, know that true love is to give, is to accept the whole person, is to love yourself, and to live as yourself. Thank you for listening. If you found this video useful, please share it with those who need it. Give me a like, click the subscribe button, and turn on the notification bell to see the latest videos every week. Once again, thank you and see you in the next videos. And please, don't forget to subscribe to the channel to support me and to look forward to the next videos. See you soon and thank you for watching.